ere Yahoshua. Ahuwa eyahi orionowae. Ahuwa eyahi eyotoge Yazrael. Ahuwa eyahi otumage Yahuda. Ahuwa eyahi okodudu. Ahuwa eyahi ogoduame no rekete. Awe, eyawahi, awe, eyawahi, awe, eyohi, oriole, ehive, ove, amole, awe, eyohi, awe, eyohi, awe, eyohi, walk by night. Away, away, Abu Boriri, away, Vosisi no Hakiagi, away, Osirio Honamiaze, away, Operani Yebeko. Away, Eyahi Oletini Yagaga. Away, Eyahi Ugiokbanoreta Nome. Away, Eyahi Ikwokbanoromuwe. Away, Yawahi, away, Yahi. Away, Eyahi Oriome. Amen. 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 Away, 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 walk by Noya. Away, away, no sopa. Away, opame negiriwe. Away, opame nulusi. Away, opame no homutome. Away, opoye negibweku. Away, wopana yobo. Away, eyahi opame no tuefenyame. Away, eyawahi, away, eyahi, away, eyawahi, away, eyahi oriome, ehime, ome, agbome. Away, yahi, away, yahi, away, yahi, walk by noya, away, yawahi, away, yawahi, away, yahi no ito hayagualomeni, away, yahi no ito hatime pepire. Away, eyahi no yito hayazemeu. Away, eyahi no yito habimewa. Away, eyahi no yito hayatememu. Away, eyahi no yito habubagame. Away, eyahi eranera wekile. Away, 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 panoya. Away, away, Eyohi, Eyohi, Odoyi kuwesinye. Away, Eyohi, Amegi kuwesinye. Agowe, eyahi omoyi kuwesinye. Agowe, eyahi erai kuwesinye. Agowe, eyahi ijegi kuwesinye. Agowe, eyahi otiegi kuwesinye. Agowe, eyahi egbegi kuwesinye. Awa eyahi osegi kuwesinye. Awa eyahi efegi kuwesinye. Awa eyahi awa eyahi. Awa eyahi. Oh, God, it's ever manuhi. Irawa zava manuhi. Itiawa zava manuhi. Irawa zava manuhi baba. Itiawa zava manuhi. Oh, yeah. Irawa. Itiawa. Zava manuhi. Epame. Urove. Utiame. Oh, eva no rie ni le nue. Yehovah. Oh, eva no rie ni le nue. Epove. Urove. Utiame. Oh, uba uwe ni le na wina. Yehovah. Oh, uba uwe ni le na wina. Urove. Epove. Utiame, oekiwe ni toto, amono. Oekiwe ni retodo, unagume mwese, ni doni akore momenwa. Unagume mwese, ni doni akore momenwa. Unagume mwese, nidoni agbogu tiamenue. Unagume mwese, nidoni agbogu gabewe. Zawo manuhi, irawe zawo manuhi, itiawe zawo manuhi, irawe zawo manuhi baba. Itiawe, esu. Gagi babera meo, emi no keke no. Gagi babera meo, emi no keke no. Esu gagi babera me, emi no keke no. Gagi babera meo, emi no keke no. Oriome, Eime, Ume, Abome, Awe Eya, Awe Eya, Awe Eya, walk by Noya, Awe Eya, Awe Eya, Awe Eyohi, Urupa no Paname. Away, oh, not like that woman. Eromono mota. oh, yeah. Oh, where you are here. Oh, where you are here. Oh, where you are here. You are here. You are here. Ooh. Egbe no go wa mi oka, egbe no go wa mi usa, egbe no go wa ri mi ame, egbe no go wa ri ya iri re bobo seke o. Yeah, 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 oh. Hey, 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 re ma santa lobu. Yere bo suta yelo. Oh, hey, yeah, yeah, ooh, Agame no ma, I come well. Oh, rome well. Oh, tiame well. Oh, game well. I come well. Oh, rome well. Oh, tiame well. Oh, game well. Agame no ma, I come well. Oh, rome well. Oh, tiame well. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, tell me why I'm married. Oh, tell me who. Oh, tell me who. Yeah, you. I got me no red. I want me well. Oh, run me well. Oh, tell me where. Oh, God, where you are. Oh, God, where Rebo Seke. Rebo Santulubu, Naribo Yanturubu, Nareke Sindelebo, Nureke Yantarabo Yantarobo, Wo, Reke Santu, Orobo Sike, Wo, Ribo Santalabu. I love you, Abayehua.
All right, now, family, here we are again in the heavily cut room of Abba Yehuwah with this powerful life giving message already titled For You and Me, right at part 1, in which in the family exposed called Justina Ekinadesa Bangbe, family's name, Facebook user's name, Favor Johnson, Flash, Let the Dead Bury Their Own Dead, part 30. Family case, I share this in the newsfeed and you haven't yet listened to one. Way down to 20 now, please, I kindly encourage you to do just that in order for you not to pick offense at me like what I received last Shabbat. A guy lives or in the States. He keep accusing me. He only listened to part 28. He didn't listen to any of the other video, only part 28. How can a normal person in his or her right mind build your case on a video called part 28? This guy was highly provoked. He now began to come. Oh no. Say nonsense. He picked offense at my Edo worship song. He picked offense at the whole matter. He said he don't understand me. I said, how can you understand? This is a video that is being titled part 28. 27 is over there. That's what I said. Even in the video part 28, I keep repeating it. I keep saying it. There's never no way you can listen to part 28 and just understand. It's like I knew the arrow is already coming. Please, okay, if you said all the parts is too much for you to listen to, and also encourage the viewers, go and listen to part 27 because it is always two video. Okay, listen to 27 in order for you to understand 28. This guy's talk with 28 and he now opened his mouth and began to speak nonsense and calling me whatever races, calling me Africa. You are speaking Africa. You are worshiping in Africa song. Do I hear Africa? I was born and raised up in the States. What are you saying? I don't understand. He picked off and I asked, is it a sin for me to worship again in my Edo dialect? Oh no. Nothing one cannot see in this YouTube. All right now. I just want to throw that in case of people like his kind. Okay. So when you hear this now, at least you will go and listen to part 20. Now, in order for you to understand 30, please kindly also go. If you said the other one is just too much for you to handle, okay, now you can listen to 20 now in order for you to understand 30. Not that you're still going to get the full packages of it all, not at all. But it will be better for you. You listen to it or gradually, step by step, in order for you to understand what we are dealing with over here, so that you won't be, picking offense at me. So right now, I want to do it. Okay, okay. Like the other 29. I was still on top of my verse. I also promised over there to finish the point two, but with double layers. Okay. So we want to do the finishing here. So I think next week Shabbat we do the leftover layers. So in point two, that is how it goes. Let me call it out here as well, since this is other video. Because it's still coming. Okay. Point two. Since we are still on top of the topic, we are still on the topic. So it will be better I called it out. She said 90% of pastors are serpent agents. Okay, that is the part we are dealing with now. And the other layers, and serpent prepares them into ministry in the diamond sea. So that is what we are going to talk about, the leftover layers in next Shabbat. So right now, she says, why she was confessing, that was 2005, all right, that 90% of the Christian pastors are working for serpents. I prove it powerfully in right at part 29. That is why you need to listen to part 29, okay? Now, not because she says so. The royal law says so. It's just a confirmation. I bet you what can use whatever to confirm what he has already, said to you and me. Okay, in order not to be a victim. So right now, she said 90%, but I am the one adding this 2% because the number 8. Rather, it is 92% of the pastors that is working for serpents. Revelation 12:9. Matthew 24:24. Okay. Revelation 12:9 said it deceived the whole world. Okay. Only 8%. It says it's coming like the days of Noah and like the days of Lot. So how many people were saved? In the days of Noah, it's only 8 people. And it says it's going to be like, it's going to re-echo it. So we will know why it's going to re-echo it. So right now, we are still on this very particular place, how Jezebel normally operates through husband. Jezebel can never be found as a single woman, not at all. That is not the calling of Jezebel. The calling of Jezebel is for her to be married in the surface. But inside the marital affair, she is the commander. She is the masculine. And she will not turn the man into feminine. She will give a seat of a woman to the man and say, come and sit over here. And she herself will begin to write on the seat of a man. That is how Jezebel operates. You can never find Jezebel. When I see people call it single woman Jezebel, no, not at all. That is not what the scripture said. The scripture makes it so clear that Jezebel is always under man. He needs a man's name. She needs a man's authority. She needs a man's covering in order to operate so smoothly outside there. All right, now, so we are still in the 1 Kings chapter 21. Let's pick it up from there again. All right, now, so another characteristic of Jezebel, she operates as a believer. Don't ever expect to see Jezebel as pagan, not at all. She operates, that is okay. Okay, let's stop talking. Let's get the fullness, the full understanding right here. 1 Kings chapter 21, I take from 8 again. So she wrote letters. Now they are going to kill again righteous Naboth, just as Cain killed the righteous Abel for doing what is good. But it's better to die being a righteous man than to compromise. Not compromising, not going back. All right now. Because it was dying for. Dying for salvation, it worth it. Than to give it away in exchange of your soul. Listen to part 29. 8, now I take it again. She wrote letters in what? Ahab's name. She's a married woman, always knows that. She must operate on that Messiah. This ministry needs to be on that Messiah. Pagan is a single woman. Very easy to cut them red-handed. Because those who they are not expecting no Messiah, they are the God of themselves. And what about the one that said they are the representative of, let me say, God? They need authority. They understand what authority is. In order to operate smoothly, she fast, okay? She quotes the law. Listen now. She is not keeping the law. Christianity, if they want to steal, they quote the law, but they are not keeping the law. When you ask them to keep the law, they will say this their Messiah, the man of sin, nailed it to the cross. Keep the law in obedience, no way. But if they want to use it to rob, to slay our people, they begin to quote the law. For the law said. But that is the same law this they nailed to Christmas tree. All right now. That is the tree. They said he nailed it to the cross. Remember, the cross is a woody cross, okay? This Christmas tree. They just helped their maker. I take it again. 8 now. So she wrote letters in Ahab's name. The name is the problem. To cover up, to shed off some emptiness. And sealed them with his seal. That is authority. That is power. Authority sealed. When they see that signature, you want to try. Sealed them with is a seal. That needs the name of a deity, of a Messiah, and they also needs his authority. Without that, Jezebel cannot operate. And Jezebel is not operating as unbeliever. Rather, we see Jezebel have his own kingdom. She have her own ministry, okay? All his prophet that is prophesying for her, they are 850 prophets. They eat from a table every blessed day. In another way, she's giving them instruction how to deceive people, how to lure people into wickedness, how to worship stone and wood. Okay? Christmas, January 1st, how to worship the dead. All right? That's you are worshiping the dead in your January 1st, giving them full sacrifice unto idol. All right, now. Listen now, let me read it again. 8. So she wrote letters in Ahab's name and sealed them with his seal, and sent the letters unto the elders and to the nobles that were in the city, dwelling with Naboth. And she wrote the letter saying, proclaim a fast. She operates so smoothly. She's a high-class backstabbing. She's a working class backstabber. She can never come to you as unbeliever. Jesus can never come to you as unbeliever. Don't ever. Rather, he's going to misquote. He won't keep the law, but he's going to be quoting the law in order to kill the righteous Abel, in order to kill the righteous Naboth. Listen now. In order to kill the people of the book among the elect. The first Messiah do great signs and wonders, in as so much that if it were possible to deceive the elect, to kill them, make them to believe feeble. All right now, verses 9. And she wrote in the letter saying, proclaim a fast. Okay, proclaim a fast, and set Naboth under her among the people, and sent 2 men, son of Belial, before him to bear witness against him, saying, it's out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every matter is established. They are confirming. They are using the royal, but they don't keep it. But they are using it for wickedness if they want to steal. First fruit offering. That is what we want to dig into next week Shabbat. First fruit offering. The one they are using to buy for private jet. Every single penny you worked in this year, January 1st, you need to handle them all to your pastor as your first fruit. Where is it being done? Your Jesus must be a very stupid demon that can't even realize that in your December you spend so much in celebrating him. Everyone knows in this planet Earth, except the riches, the poor, January 4th is a very hard month. Because everything is already being lavished on December in your feast. So January 4th is going to be a tough time for you. For the people that is celebrating it, I don't do it. But when I was doing it, I know what it is. Every penny everything will be dried because we spent so much. When I was doing it those days, I know what it is. So this year, Jesus is so stupid, okay, that he can't even understand that you spend so much in the month of December. You use so much that January is a tough time for you. But he said, every single penny you work, you need to go and handle it to your pastor, the one that helped to propagate like the false prophet. That's what we are dealing with over here. She said 90% of Christian pastors are false, are satanic or sepeta agent. But I say it is 92. She lied. She didn't put 2. It is 92. It's always 8. 8 is the number of a new beginning. 8 Abayuwa begins with. All right, now it's going to begin with 8 because it's coming like the days of Noah. All right, now you see witnesses. confirm the law, but she's not keeping the law, saying, thou didst blaspheme. Anyone that blaspheme, Abayuwa, according to the law, must be stoned. Did you get it over here? Is she keeping the law? No, these are laws she's quoting. He said, did they blaspheme Elohim and the king? And they carry him out and stone him that he may die. And it was so. So what name and what authority? Let's see it out now. All right, now here I am. As I want to quickly read this before we now go to the last part of this very one. Next week Shabbat will continue. Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread. Okay. So what is bread? You know what it is. And our own apparel. We're going to wear our own garment. Okay. Only let us be called by your name, by thy name, to take away our reproach. Okay, now. The biblical Messiah make it so clear that after he has gone, a wicked deity is coming to spoil the work of the cross. He's going to be claiming that I am the Messiah. He's going to claim that office. He said demon is coming to impersonate him. And he said he is the Messiah. We see that Matthew 24:24. Okay? And he's going to be doing great signs and wonders. And his prophet, they are going to be doing great signs and wonders to deceive people. Their miracle is called deception. Now, so what did they ask from the Yahuwah? What are they asking? They asked for the office of a Messiah, and they not ask for the royal law. Because if they bring out Ogwega, you will understand right away this are pagan. No, we don't need it. Now, what did they ask of us? The Bible, the royal law, and the office of a Messiah. Give us thy name. The name, he said, one is coming in my name. We know Jesus is not the name. The name over there, when you now get to 24, Matthew 24:24, it now said, many Messiah. So the name over there is speaking of his office, his authority, the power of the cross. Somebody is coming after him to spoil it. And he's going to be doing great signs. I want to get you, convinced that he is the one. But he said, be careful. When they say it's in the wilderness, don't go. When they say it's in the room, don't even listen. It's a lie. Okay, now. So we know what bread is. Bread, Yahushua is the bread of heaven that came from heaven. It means the word. They said they are going to be having their own rules and regulation. So we know what apparel is, garment, is to cover up your shame. It means glory. Okay, we see the prodigal son. When they were coming, his father put, immediately changed this filthy garment and put garments, wonderful garment, and, decked his son for glory, honor. So it simply means glory, it means honor. So now this ministry, they are talking about a woman there. It simply represents ministry. Revelation 12, we see a holy woman. Revelation 17, we see a filthy woman. Not necessarily a woman like me. No, he's speaking of a ministry, We are the bride of Yahushua. Christianity is the bride of Jesus. Okay? It speaks of woman. Okay? Now, it means governing system, functioning system. So a woman here, he's speaking of 7 women. We see these women, they are in Revelation. Chapter 2 and 3. We see who they are. Only one was being cleansed, because here verses 2 said, in that day shall the branch of Yahuwah be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Yahushua. When the judgment, when you escape it, this wickedness. 3. And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion, and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy, even everyone that is written among the living in Jerusalem. 4. When Yahweh shall have washed away the filth, you taking your own practices, you taking your own name, you wearing your apparel, instead of the masculine, the husband, the one to provide it all for you. This is an exchange. They not turn the office of the man, the office of the biblical Messiah, they not turn it upside down. They not bring out now their own food, spiritual food, the bread. They not bring out their own Messiah. They not bring out their own garments. Apparel, going to be putting on our own, covering. Don't worry. Okay? We don't need that from you. Only let us, just get your name in order for our shame to be removed. Because without this, they cannot operate. Without the seal of Ahab, Jezebel can't. Without the name of Ahab, Jezebel won't be able. He needs this too. His name and the seal, the authority. And this is what we'll see over here, your name. They took the name, which is the Messiah office, and they took the royal law. Without these two, they can't. They can't. So Jezebel is always be found in this whatever they call Christianity. You see, Abba Yahweh said, it says filth, for where Yahweh shall have cleansed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of fire. The leftover is going to be holy. Now, among 7 ministry will represent woman, Revelation 2 and 3. How many is being cleansed? Only one. That is the congregation of Philadelphia, brotherly love, the tribe of Yehuda, the root of David. That's how he introduced himself to that congregation. Because what? You did not deny me, my name. And you keep my commandments. That is, you do it just the way I want you to do it. You just carry it over the way I left it for you. You never dilute it. You hold my name. And you hold my commandment. If you love me, keep my commandments. So they are the one that is already being cleansed. One will also form mercy. I think those are the congregation of Smyrna, but they will die in Sharia law. They will face the great tribulation. It's over there in chapter 2, Revelation 2. So 5, 1 is not going at all. 1 will fail, but every other 5 is being squashed. It's gonna, okay. Many is always the majority, the 92%. Here I am, Revelation 17. I read one. And there come one of the 7 angels, which are the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore. Is a prostitute. Christianity, they are the highest prostitute on earth. Of the great whore sitteth upon many waters. Many. Now, so who they are. I'm going to read now 5. And upon her forehead was a name written. Mystery, Babylon, the great, the mother of harlots. She is a mother. And abominations of the earth. Did you get it? She sat upon many people. Let's see now 15. What was that water? Listen now. And he saith unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples, and multitudes, and nations, and tongues. Did you get that? Many is always the majority that is already been deceived. Remember, in the days of this very Jezebel, her prophets were so many. Only one Eliyahu, his own was almost 1,850 prophets of Baal Peor, worshiping idols, feeding the people of the book with the food being sacrificed unto idol. So let's see her judgment, because it said her judgment has come, and Yahushua said his coming is like the days of Lot, and it's like the days of Noah. Now, Revelation 18. After these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened up with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon, the great is fallen, and he's become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful birds. Okay, right now, what is Babylon? Simply mean confusion. Revelation 16:19. It said Babylon divided herself into 3 places. Confusion. Now, 3 parts of the entire world, it is Babylon. Only 1 part left over for Abba Yehuwah. The 3rd part, 1 to 3 corner of the whole earth, it is Babylonian system. Confusion everywhere. But it's falling. It's almost going. Now, only 1 part left. 1 Eliyahu. Only 1 part left for Abba Yehuwah. That is the 8%. The 92%. They can be doing great signs and wonders. Okay, you can justify them by that. All right now. But by their fruits. Not by throwing hand. No, Demas is doing it. Okay, and it's being called deceiving miracle. 2 Thessalonians 2, 1 to 12. What is the miracle being called? A lying wonders. You will see it over there. Revelation 13. What is the miracle being called? The mark of the beast. You're going to take the mark of the beast because of the great signs and wonders they are doing. All right, now here we are. Luke 17, Luke chapter 17, verses 32. I read. Remember Lot's wife. That's what Yahushua is saying. Remember Lot's wife. So let's go now and remember Lot's wife. What took place? Because this is the sign of his coming, like the days of Noah and like the days of Lot. So let's see what happened to Lot's wife. Here I am, Genesis or Bereshit 18, 20 to 21. Listen now. And Jehovah said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is come unto me, and if not, I will know. So Revelation 8, with this, it is speaking of the days of Noah. With this, the angel came down from heaven, and I said, this system is folly. It's folly. Say, he cried out with a loud voice. He came down from heaven. Now, oh heaven, what also happened? Abe sent forth his angel. They came down from heaven to see the situation of Sodom and Gomorrah and bring disaster. Remember that day? Let's go now and remember them. Now here we are, Bereshit 19, verses 1. And then came two angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot seeing them rose up to meet him, and he bowed down, he bowed himself with his face towards the ground. Now what was he doing? He distanced himself from the system of Sodom and Gomorrah. What was he doing? He now sat at the gate waiting for the Redeemer to come and remove. Because judgment is like what I'm doing now. I knew the moment has come. I knew the moment is almost here. What we are doing, I'm already at the gate, waiting for the Redeemer to come and remove him from this wicked system, to come and remove from this wicked pollution, to come and remove me from the judgment that's about to fall upon the whole world. Lot was sitting at the gate. That is already prepared. He knew disaster is on its way coming for this wicked nation. They are about to be, tortured by the punishment of fire. He sat at the gate. What gate are you sitting? Christmas? New Year? You're going to escape the damnation? Really? January 1st? Now your Lover's Day is almost here. No, first of all, they have to take the first fruit offering. The whole entire month. But Jesus is so wicked, will be handed over to the rich, while the poor will remain starved before your Lover's Day will come. Lover's Day. Now let's scroll down to verses 30. We are remembering the days of Lot, which is Lot's wife. What happened to her? 30 now. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them wasn't great before the face of Yehovah, and Yehovah had sent us to destroy it. Now we're going to turn down these very two countries, Sodom and Gomorrah. We're going to roast them in fire, okay? We're going to pour the judgment of link of fire. Even though link of fire is not yet existing, everyone hasn't yet faced, the white judgment throne. But this wickedness is just too heavy. Now we're going to torture them by the punishment of the link of fire. We're going to put that heavy punishment on them. First, what was the punishment? It was water to wipe you all away, every iniquity, workers of iniquity, to cleanse the earth. Now, what followed? Fire. And he said this comments like that. The water of Noah's days is going to turn acid, while the fire is going to be double fire. Is that what you are looking for? What gate are you? Here I am. 26 now. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. You look back to Genesis 3. You celebrate the downfall of man. You look back to the very day this wicked deity overthrown all heaven. You look back to the day a new wisdom is being installed on humanity. You look back to the day hellfire was being given, because that was the day hellfire was instituted. Because some wicked deity has done something so grievously. I bet you want to say, I've had enough of your madness. Now I'm going to put you all into fire. You look back to that day. The day it said, the day you touch that tree, you shall surely die. Not maybe, surely. You look back to the day death was being given, being imputed into humanity. You look back to the day simply open your eye to see new wisdom, new understanding, new knowledge that appears in your January 1, new year, the day you receive new wisdom, new ways, new instruction, new dimension. That contradict that of Abeyiwa. That is what you are looking back to. Because each time you do this weekend and you celebrate January 1st, you are putting Abeyiwa in remembrance of what happened in Genesis 3. King Yahushua said, remember the days of Lot. She makes it. Even though the wife of Lot was in the presence of truth, It is said, two shall become one. Why should the husband saved and the wife lost salvation? Because she looks back to the wicked. She looks back to what she normally used to enjoy in Sodom and Gomorrah, and she been swept out. Remember, he is letting you to know, like Shabbat, he said, remember the Shabbat and keep it holy, because some wicked deity is coming to make you forget the Shabbat and give you now the day of sun, a working time eternal. Remember, don't let them, take that away from you. Again, also make it so clear. Remember Lord's wife. Some wicked deities say no because you are seeing vision. Are you in line with the holy things of Abba Yehovah? Because you do miracle. Are you in line? No, remember the days of Lord. Because when you miss the mark, you go to fire. You're going to be roast eternal. That was why he said, remember, because link of fire is real. Remember, let no one deviate you from that. Remember, because when you begin to remember the torture of fire, therefore, that's going to put fear into you, to fear Abba. We said the fear of Yehovah is the beginning of wisdom. Then you begin to acquire knowledge. Then you begin to get more understanding of who is Abba Yehovah. Because you fear him and say, okay, he said Shabbat is the... No, I don't want to define. I don't work on the Shabbat. That's how I fear him. I start my job on Sunday. First day of the week is being called according to Yehovah, not the day of sun, okay? In the feast day, I don't work. The very start day and the day of finishing, I don't work. He says it's a holy convocation. This is how I fear him. No, I don't want to do it. His own way. This is how I fear him. This will indeed put you in line with Abba Yehovah. Let's see the double punishment now. That was why he said Matthew 7:21 to 23. Even though you are in my presence, even though you do great signs and wonder, even though you prophesy, even though you say it's not of my business, because all these things you did it in iniquity. You did it with a wicked spirit. You never cast out no demon, because darkness don't cast out darkness. You are workers of iniquity. How dare you cast out devil? Which devil are you casting out? Rather, you've been deceived. You thought you are casting out devil. Not at all. You are casting out your own self. Remember the days of Lot. Remember Lot's wife. The instruction was being given perfectly unto him, but did she put it into practice? Did she enjoy to the end? Did she run for her life? No, she looks back. Are you not in the presence of truth? Do you not know the actual day of worship? Do you not know that only one name is given? Do you not know the feast of Abba Yehovah? Do you not know the biblical New Year? Do you know all this? Did you been told that the first Messiah is on his way coming to spoil the works of the cross? He warned you. You are perfectly aware. Only that you just feel reluctantly. You don't care. It's not going to put you into fire. Remember, link of fire is real. Remember. Because the days, Lot's wife was being given to Sondos. And Sodom and Gomorrah was being touched by this. Okay, no. By the torture of link of fire. Remember that day. No, you are remembering the day the wicked deity fall and overthrown Abba Yehovah. Revelation 18 now 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of our wrath, of the wine of our fornication. All right, I take it again. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of our fornication. The wrath, this ministry, wrath, it is iniquity, fornication. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are vast rich. That is the next subject now. Vast rich. You get rich through our royal law, and you don't want to keep it. Jesus nailed the path of honor to the cross. When you want to reap money, you quote our royal law. You quote Proverbs 3:9-10. Honor Elohim with all your substance, with the first fruit of your whatever. There is no fruit in January. You are a liar. All is crushed. There's nothing. You are deceiving yourself. All right now. Rich through the abundance of their delicacies, excuse me. And I heard another voice from heaven say, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin, and that ye receive not of her plague." Lot's wife refused to come out of her. That she was being swept away. And this is the nature of this segment. Noah, come out of her. He sat on the gate. If I'm not able, just 2 scriptures left. I'm going to deal with that next week, Shabbat, before we finish the other parts. Listen now. It said for her sin, verses 5, for her sin have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquity. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to the works, according to her works, in the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double how much she hath glorified herself, lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I am a queen. No one touch me, okay? Now, 8, I'm just rushing. Therefore she shall plagues, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and money and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is Yehovah Elohim who judged her. Do you see fire? It said double. That is the double. The days of Noah and the days of Lot. It is double punishment on this wicked generation as soon as Yahushua comes. So you can read all Revelation 18. You're going to see it there. No more of your Christmas light, all this madness. And read Matthew 18:6. So we do the finishing in the next Shabbat. Just